Hello and welcome to the metacognition.org.uk student video on how to use the brace map graphic organizer. So in this video you're going to learn what that brace map is, why you use it, when you use it and how you use it. So the brace map is very similar to the tree map, but instead of splitting up things that are related, you just split up one thing into the different parts. So for example, we've got over here the skeleton and it's just been broken up into the different parts. So it's not about comparing things that are very similar, you're just looking at one thing in particular. So how do you use it? You select your one thing and you put it on the left of your diagram. You then decide how many different parts you split it into. So it might be 3, it might be 2, it might be 10, and then you break it into a little bit more detail again. So you're considering the specific parts of this whole thing and breaking it down and being more and more specific as you go along. So what could you do with it once you've produced it? It's really good for a descriptive piece of writing because you've defined something really, really well. You've broken it down into lots of specific parts. It will give you a lot of information to help you write a really detailed and nice piece of descriptive writing. You could also use it to produce a diagram or picture. So for example, in the skeleton, you could then get your picture of your skeleton and start to label things which could help you to remember those different information that you've written down. And then you can help you produce definitions using the key parts of it, because often a definition contains information about what that thing includes. Right then, so you've got two examples here. On the left-hand side, we've got another model showing you how you start with a thing, break it down and break it down further. And on the right here, an example with your butterfly. So broken down into the 3 main parts of the body, and then broken down further to show you what they include. You can break it down as far as you need to be as specific as you need to be or want to be. So how do you produce one of these? So the first thing you do is you draw your brace map. So you can see here I've gone for 3 different parts, each then split up one more time. So you put your thing on the left-hand side, the thing you're breaking up, and I'm breaking up graphic organizers. So graphic organizers are a type of planning tool. It's an individual thing which I can break up. So I'm going to decide on the 3 different parts of a graphic organizer. So the first thing is understanding why we use them. The second thing is knowing what the different types are. And then the third thing is knowing what rules we have for using them. Now, if you don't know the rules, go back and watch our main introduction video on why, how, and when we use graphic organizers. So going back to the brace map, why we use them, you can start to add in more detail now. So they help to plan. It means that you forget less because you're not trying to do 2 things at once. Different types, we've got a bubble map, brace map. Okay, you can obviously fill in with loads more details here. And the rules, we've got to use the correct type. So we need to pick the correct type for our type of thinking. Obviously, again, you could add in more details there as much as you could. Right, now I want you to pause this video and have a go at producing your own brace map for the subject of maths. So I want you to write maths on the left-hand side, break it down into different sub-areas, and then break those down further. So for example, you might break it down into geometry, which is a topic, or maybe you want to do addition, and then you're going to break it down further. So either little topics or different ways that you can do questions on that topic. So pause the video here, try to produce your own brace map, compare it back to my brace map and see how good yours is. And if you're struggling, there's hints and steps on the right-hand side of this slide. Once you finish that, don't forget to check out our other 9 videos on the different types of graphic organizers, as well as attempting our quiz to see how well you understand the different types of graphic organizer. Good luck and thank you for listening.